Let me ask you something. What if I told you that you've got a force inside you right now that can build up entire worlds or burn them completely to the ground? Today, we're talking about that incredible and honestly often overlooked power of your words.
So take a second. What do you think it is? The most powerful muscle in your body? I'm willing to bet it's not the first one that pops into your head. The answer might actually surprise you.
Believe it or not, it's the tongue. Yeah, that small muscle in your mouth has the power to build incredible relationships and to absolutely destroy reputations, to create peace, or to unleash total chaos. Think about it like this. If you can truly master your words, if you can get a handle on what you say, you've basically cracked the code on self-control. And with that kind of control, you can steer your entire life exactly where you want it to go. To really get this, picture a huge, powerful horse. I mean, a truly massive animal. What's the one tiny thing that gives a rider complete control over all that strength? It's just a small piece of metal. And that's exactly the kind of leverage our tongue has over our entire body. A tiny bit in its mouth, and a rider can guide that whole creature. It's a small part, for sure, but it has this unbelievable directional power. Okay, here's another way to look at it. Imagine a giant ship on the open ocean, getting slammed by these massive gale force winds. What on earth keeps that huge vessel on course? A small rudder. It looks completely insignificant next to the size of the ship and the power of the storm, right? And yet, that rudder is what determines the ship's final destination. Our tongue has that exact same quiet but totally decisive power over the direction of our lives. But here's the flip side. With that kind of incredible power comes an equally incredible potential for destruction. The very same force that can steer our lives toward good can also be the thing that just sets our entire world on fire. And we all know how fire works. It just takes one careless little spark to set a whole forest ablaze. And if we let it go unchecked, our words stop being a tool and they become this out-of-control destructive wildfire. The scale of that destruction is just massive. A few wrong words can poison your entire being, setting your whole life on a disastrous path with a destructive energy that is fueled by hell itself. And it is relentless. I mean, think about it. As humans, we can tame anything. Every kind of wild animal, bird, reptile, we've mastered the wildest parts of creation. But the one thing no one, and I mean no one, has ever been able to fully tame? Their own tongue. It's just this restless, endless spring of poison. And because it's so untamed, we end up with this huge contradiction. Out of the exact same mouth, we'll speak words of blessing and praise to our Lord and Father. And then, moments later, we use that same mouth to hurl curses at other people, people made in God's own image. It just doesn't make any sense, does it? Does a fresh spring suddenly start gushing salt water? Can a fig tree start producing olives? Of course not. That's completely unnatural. And yet, this is exactly what we do with our words all the time. Okay, so what gives? Where does this all come from? Well, our words, the good ones and the bad ones, they're just the overflow of what's already inside of us. It all comes back to the kind of wisdom that's running the show in our hearts. So on one hand, you've got what we'll call earthly wisdom. This is the stuff that runs on bitter jealousy and selfish ambition. You know exactly what this looks like. It's the office gossip meant to tear someone down, or that ruthless drive to get ahead no matter who you have to step on. That is earthly wisdom in action. And let's be clear, the outcome of this kind of wisdom is a guarantee. Anywhere you find jealousy and selfish ambition, you will find chaos and every single kind of evil. It's not a possibility, it's the inevitable result. But the good news is there's another path. Let's just look at these side by side. Earthly wisdom versus heavenly wisdom. And you can see right away where one brings jealousy, the other brings purity. Where one creates selfish ambition, the other cultivates genuine peace. The results couldn't be more night and day. This heavenly wisdom, it's pure, it's peace-loving, it's gentle, it's considerate. It is full of mercy, and it produces good things, good fruit in our lives. This is the wisdom you see in a true leader who listens more than they talk, who builds people up instead of tearing them down. It's sincere, with absolutely no hypocrisy. So what happens when we choose to live by this kind of wisdom? When we speak and act from that place of peace and purity and mercy? Well, it's simple. You always reap what you sow. And here's the beautiful conclusion to all this: a harvest of righteousness, of living the right way, that doesn't grow from conflict or selfish ambition. It grows from seeds of peace, planted by people who are committed to making peace.
So here's the bottom line. Your words are a direct reflection of your wisdom. They are either the chaotic fruit of jealousy and ambition, or they are the peaceful fruit of mercy and sincerity. The choice of which tree to water, that's always ours.
So, I'll leave you with this thought. That small muscle in your mouth is the architect of your world. It is literally building the reality that you and everyone around you has to live in. So the question is, what kind of world are you building with it?